eternal rising on this holy day, which is Friday, which is also the new year according to science. What is science? Science is mathematics. When you hear of science, some may think of the Moorish Science Temple of America. And when they think of the Moorish Science Temple of America, they think of the founder, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. When he founded the temple, it was not first called Moorish Science Temple of America. It was called the Holy Temple of Science. Holy, whole, pure, full. Temple, not a building, the body. Your body is the temple. Science, mathematics. We're dealing with numbers. So when we talk about Friday, which is the holy day, the day of rest, the day man should rest, that's the seventh day. Yes, they tell you Saturday is the Sabbath. No, Saturday is the first day. That's the day everything started, on a Saturday, Saturn. If you look at the Latin language, as we spoke of in the last video, if you go back to the last videos, learning of the languages, we was teaching about Latin, Old Latin, from which the mothers has created to communicate with the sons. In Old Latin, Saturn is Satu, turn to start. Turn to start. That's why it has a ring around it. It's a generator. It turns to start. It's what stirred up the waters to turn 360 degrees clockwise. 360 degrees counterclockwise is thought. 360 degrees clockwise is action. And this is where you get your 720 from. When someone says, I have 720 degrees of knowledge, ask them, do they know what that means? Because 360 counterclockwise is thought. 360 clockwise is action. So if you have thought and action, then you have the alpha and the omega, the beginning and the end. The thought is first. The action is last. The yin and the yang. This is science. The science that we're speaking of today, 0 degrees, which is why this is the new year, according to science. If you're looking at the Roman calendar, you're looking at March 21st. But if you're looking at science, the sun goes into the first sign, which is what they call Aries, 0 degrees. Now, if you look at the calendars, the calendar don't when it goes to a new year or a new month, it don't go to 0. It says 1. But how is it 1? How is it the first day when the day hasn't even started yet? That's like a child being born and coming out 1 day old. It's not a day old, it's a newborn. So the day has just been born. The day has just started. So when the sun goes into a new sign, it doesn't go 1 degree, it goes 0 degrees. If you have an infirmous, you know what I'm talking about. Pull up an infirmous if you want to see it. The sun goes into each sign 0 to 29 degrees, 0 to 29. Each sign is 0 to 29. There's no leap year. There's no leap sign. There's no leap number. It's just 0 to 29. And this is how you keep up with the seasons. So when they tell you the seasons will change and you won't know winter from summer and summer from spring, but if you keep the signs, you will know exactly when. So today being March 1st, according to the Roman calendar, if you take a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil, and you put the first sign and you put parentheses Aries, and then you mark it 0 all the way to 29. And then you go to the second sign, Taurus. And then you go to the third sign, Gemini. But in each sign you mark it 0 to 29 till you get to the 12th sign, Pisces. Once you get to the 12th sign, Pisces, 0 to 29, you have a complete circle. You won't need to know anything else because this cycle continues. You don't have to make a new one. It always goes 0 to 29. It's just going to keep that. So if you mark that, you now have the scientific calendar, 0 to 29. That's 30 degrees. But you said 0 to 29, of course, because 0 is a number. They taught you how not to count 0 as a number. When they tell ones to count, or when they ask ones to count and they start off 1, 2, 3, they messed up already because you're supposed to start off counting 0, 1, 2, 3. Just like if you start a stop clock, a stopwatch, or a timer. The timer don't start at 1, it starts at 0. 0 is a number. Many will say 0 means nothing, but 0 means everything. 0 is the whole. 0 is the full. Holy, pure. It's everything. Everything is in the 0. Just like if you look at Saturn. Saturn has the ring around it, 0, the circle. And it starts to spin 360 degrees clockwise, which is how they started to create. Because the ring started to spin, it started to generate 360 degrees, and then the waters of Tiamat, or Earth, started to spin 360 degrees, and it started to create. Let us make man in our image. That's a thought. And then they started to make man in their image. That's an action. The thought speaks, the action acts. Mama Wisdom is the thought, is the mother of all thoughts. Father Will is the father of all action. There you go. So let's get back to this science. This is the new year. This is the new year because this is the first sign. How could it be a new year and you're in the midst of winter? If you're in the 10th sign, it's not the first sign, it's the 10th sign. So when they saying Happy New Year's, January 1st, you're in the 10th sign, which is what they call Capricorn, which is the reset season. So when ones make their New Year's resolution and they wonder why they can't keep their New Year's resolution, is because you reset it. You did it in the season of reset. So it just got reset. You make it now. You make your New Year's resolution now. You start planning your thoughts now. This is how you use the science. 30 degrees in each sign, 0 to 29. Remember, I was telling you that's 30 numbers if you count 0. You got 1 to 29, but if you count 0 as a number, that's 30 numbers there. 30 degrees in each sign. 30 times 12 is what? 360 degrees. You have a full circle. There's 3 signs in each season, 30, 30, 30, 3, 6, 9. So it's 90 degrees in each season. 90 degrees in each season. 90 times 4, because there's 4 seasons. 90 times 4, 90, 90, 90, 90. Is 360. Mathematics, it continues to add up and it continues to equal 360 degrees. 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 is your completion. You see? So I'm going to leave you with this. And then I shall return with more information. If you want to support this message, you can Cash App 7 Logos at $Logos77. If not, that's fine too. I just pray that you receive this message. And until then, I give you all my purest love.